Nowadays, in the circus, you mostly see makeup artists instead of truly strange performers, and watching modern freaks doesn't have the same tragic, fun, and crisp feeling as the old circuses. But our grandparents or older generations would just look and smile at the modern shows, remembering the real wonders of the past. Well, in this video, we're taking you back to meet 15 real circus freaks with unusual bodies. Performers whose appearances and abilities amazed audiences and left a mark on circus history. Get ready to see the extraordinary like never before. Number 15. Catherine and Christy, conjoined twins. Hands intertwined yet moving independently, Catherine and Christy performed intricate steps that made their shared torso seem fluid rather than fixed. Born joined at the chest, they adapted everyday movements into choreography, from balancing on narrow platforms to playful spins that drew astonished murmurs in tents across Europe and the United States. Photographers captured angles that highlighted both symmetry and individuality, while costumes were tailored to allow freedom without revealing constraints. Offstage, coordinating meals, seating, and routines demanded the same silent communication that defined their performances, a rhythm perfected over decades. Despite constant attention, their personalities shone distinctly, playful gestures and laughter cutting through the spectacle. Every twist, tilt, and pause invited audiences into a world of precision and adaptability, where two bodies functioned as one seamless performance machine. Number 14. Major Might. The spotlight fell on a diminutive figure barely reaching 2.5 feet, whose presence on the stage instantly challenged conventional ideas of scale and proportion. Hailing from the early 20th century, Major Might became a fixture in traveling sideshows, where his extraordinarily small stature defined both his performance and his public persona. Audiences were drawn not only to his size, but to the surprising nimbleness that allowed him to execute intricate dance routines and agile movements across platforms often crowded with much larger performers. Costuming accentuated his proportions, with miniature jackets and tailored footwear emphasizing the contrast between him and fellow artists, amplifying the novelty of his visual impact. Off-stage, he navigated the practicalities of everyday life with the same dexterity he displayed in performance, adjusting to environments designed for average-sized individuals. Each show integrated props that highlighted his compact form, making objects seem oversized and creating illusions that fascinated spectators throughout the sideshow circuits. Number 13. Johnny Eck. A tiny whirlwind of motion, Johnny Eck navigated stages and streets alike using only his arms, transforming the absence of legs into an extraordinary instrument of movement. Born in Baltimore in 1911 with sacral agenesis, he developed remarkable upper body strength, allowing him to walk, run, and even perform acrobatics on his hands, captivating audiences with every fluid motion. His performances often combined athleticism and artistry, from scaling platforms to executing dexterous tricks that seemed impossible for any human figure. Music became another extension of his expression. Piano and accordion melodies intertwined with movement, creating multi-sensory spectacles that drew repeated attention from circuses and sideshows. His role in the 1932 film Freaks showcased his presence to a broader audience, solidifying his place in performance history. Beyond the stage, he explored visual arts, translating the precision of his physical feats into intricate paintings and photographs, capturing light, perspective, and form with the same meticulousness he displayed in acrobatic feats, demonstrating the breadth of his creative faculties. Number 12. Prince Randian. A figure both startling and mesmerizing, Prince Randian emerged from Guyana in 1871, carrying the rare condition of tetra-amelia syndrome, which left him entirely without limbs. On stage, his performance defied expectation as he manipulated objects with remarkable dexterity, using only his lips, shoulders, and remaining torso. He could roll and light cigarettes, a skill that fascinated audiences and demonstrated a surprising level of precision and coordination. Often positioned on raised platforms or behind tables, his movements drew attention to the ingenuity required to interact with everyday objects without hands or feet. Randian's presence extended beyond the sideshow, appearing in the 1932 film Freaks, where his calm composure and distinctive abilities contrasted sharply with the chaos of the circus around him. Colleagues in the performance circuit regarded him with admiration for his intelligence, humor, and adaptability, and he frequently engaged in storytelling and banter that showcased a sharp wit, creating a persona that was both enigmatic and quietly commanding in the vibrant world of early 20th century sideshows. Number 11. Zamora the Torture King. Emerging from Honduras in 1963, Zamora established himself as a spectacle of endurance and precision, transforming pain into performance art with a deliberate and calculated approach. His acts include sword-swallowing, body-piercing with skewers, reclining on beds of nails, and fire-eating, each executed with meticulous attention to control and timing to ensure both shock and safety. Touring internationally, he has brought sideshow traditions into contemporary arenas, blending classical circus aesthetics with modern theatrical flair, creating performances that are simultaneously mesmerizing and unsettling. Costumes, lighting, and music are carefully orchestrated to heighten tension, accentuating each moment of apparent risk. Audiences witness a choreography of the body under duress, where strength, flexibility, and control are amplified by dramatic presentation. Beyond the stage, Zamora's preparation involves rigorous physical conditioning and rehearsal, ensuring that the extremes of his acts remain precise, consistent, and reproducible, a testament to the discipline behind the spectacle. Number 10. Grace McDaniels. A striking presence on the circus circuit, Grace McDaniels was defined by a pronounced mandibular protrusion that earned her the moniker Mule-Faced Woman, yet her performances conveyed more than mere novelty. Active from the 1920s through the 1940s, she appeared in numerous sideshows and traveling circuses, where her distinctive features were complemented by carefully tailored costumes designed to accentuate her profile. Beyond the spectacle, she carried a gentle disposition, often accompanied by a loyal dog during tours, integrating an unexpected softness into her stage persona. Grace navigated the logistical and social challenges of early 20th century carnival life while raising her son, Elmer, who would briefly join the sideshow world himself. Each appearance involved choreography and interaction with fellow performers, highlighting contrasts in size and appearance that enhanced visual impact. Number 9. Sealo, Seal Boy. Teacups teetered precariously on the flipper-like hands of Sealo, each delicate balance a silent testament to his practiced precision. The audience gasped as he rotated his torso with effortless control, sending coins spinning across tables while his unusual arms seemed to float above them. In the 1920s and 1930s, traveling circuses framed him with elevated platforms and angled lighting that magnified the surreal nature of his focomelia, turning everyday objects into theatrical props. Shimmering costumes clung to his shoulders and torso, leaving the forearms bare to accentuate their seal-like shape, while small flourishes of motion made the act appear improvised. Between performances, he adjusted props and repositioned risers with the same care as on stage, ensuring that every demonstration retained its precision. Even subtle gestures, like tilting his head toward an onlooker, added layers of engagement. Now let's check this one. Number 8. Josephine Joseph. Labeled half woman, half man, Josephine Joseph toured both Europe and the United States during the late 1800s, presenting a form that challenged contemporary notions of gender. An intersex performer, she was frequently displayed alongside other sideshow oddities, yet her act did not rely on tricks or acrobatics. It centered on the visual impact of her physical duality. Cabinet cards captured carefully posed images, emphasizing angles that highlighted her mixed traits for collectors and carnival audiences alike. Costumes were selected to exaggerate contrasts, combining elements traditionally associated with both male and female fashion, while stage setups often used chairs, pedestals, and curtains to manipulate perception. Audiences observed her walking, standing, or gesturing with deliberate care, creating an impression of symmetry and balance that contrasted with expectations of conventional bodies. Despite the travel and logistical challenges of sideshow life, Josephine maintained a consistent presence in shows, often photographed and billed in multiple venues simultaneously, illustrating both the fascination and commercial appeal surrounding her unique physiology. Number 7. Bill Dirks, Man with Three Eyes. A painted third eye stared from Bill Dirks' forehead, catching the light of early 20th century carnival tents and unsettling audiences long before he moved. His act relied entirely on illusion, combining stage makeup with carefully angled gestures that made the extra eye appear lifelike, while he interacted with objects and spectators to enhance the sensation of strangeness. Dirks toured extensively with traveling carnivals, positioned strategically among other oddities to maximize visual contrast and the sense of novelty. His performances often included pauses, tilts of the head, and direct engagement with onlookers, each motion calibrated to reinforce the uncanny effect. Costumes were minimal, designed to direct focus to the forehead while maintaining fluidity of movement. Behind the scenes, meticulous attention was paid to lighting and makeup application, ensuring that each show preserved the illusion for a variety of outdoor and indoor venues. Number 6. Elizabeth Bet Green. Feathers rustled as Elizabeth Green, known as Bet, twirled across sideshow stages in a costume designed to amplify her bird-like appearance. Her long, thin nose and delicate bone structure lent a natural elegance that blended seamlessly with exaggerated bird feet shoes and a towering feathered headpiece. Born in 1905, she performed in the 1932 film Freaks, bringing a comedic yet uncanny presence to the screen, while executing dances that combined humor with precise timing. Costumes and choreography emphasized the illusion of avian grace, from the sweeping arcs of her arms to the exaggerated steps of her oversized footwear. Off-stage, Bet demonstrated sharp business acumen, reportedly managing multiple apartment buildings in Boston, a practical skill contrasting with her theatrical persona. Every performance involved careful attention to rhythm, balance, and interaction with fellow performers, transforming a visually striking appearance into a dynamic act. Number 5. Minnie Woolsey. In Rabun County, Georgia, in 1880, Minnie Woolsey entered a world that would witness her transformation into a sideshow spectacle known as Cuckoo the Bird Girl. Affected by Seckle syndrome, her small stature, narrow bird-like face, receding jaw, and oversized eyes created an appearance both startling and memorable. Bald and toothless, with reportedly limited vision, she captivated audiences through dance rather than verbal performance, often wearing feathered costumes that emphasized avian traits, a visual motif echoed in her early billing as Minnie Ha Ha. She performed on elevated tables and stages, most famously appearing in the 1932 film Freaks during the wedding feast scene, executing movements that combined rhythm and theatrical exaggeration. Later in life, she adopted the moniker The Blind Girl from Mars while performing in Coney Island, maintaining a presence in carnival circuits for decades. Her movements were carefully choreographed to account for her limited vision, and stage setups were adapted to ensure safety. Let's move on. Number 4. Joseph Cary Merrick. A massive head swayed forward as Joseph Merrick navigated narrow corridors, the weight of his unusual skull demanding careful steps and constant support. Crowds in the 1880s gawked at the rippling growths along his skin, the fin-like extension of his right arm and the twisted contours of his legs, but few noticed the meticulous ways he adapted each movement to maintain balance. Lester marked the start of his extraordinary life in 1862, yet the story of his body's transformation unfolded far from his birthplace, across workhouses and the sideshow circuit beginning in 1883. He carried a stick for mobility, choreographing every step to prevent strain while interacting with audiences whose reactions ranged from fear to fascination. Dr. Frederick Trevis later arranged residence at London Hospital, tailoring living spaces to accommodate the mass and rigidity of his frame. Sleep required careful positioning, a precarious routine that ultimately contributed to his death in 1890, revealing how daily existence intertwined with the extremes of his physical condition in ways the public seldom saw. Number 3. Chang and Eng Bunker. Laughter and curiosity followed wherever Chang and Eng stepped, their bodies linked at the sternum by a short 8-centimeter band of tissue, a physical bond that fascinated audiences in the West from 1829 onward. Born in Siam in 1811, they were carried across continents, performing in both Europe and the United States, their movements choreographed to appear fluid despite the connection that forced constant coordination. Settling eventually in North Carolina, they became citizens, managed a plantation, and married sisters, Adelaide and Sarah Yates, weaving family life into the intricate logistics of living conjoined. Remarkably, they fathered 21 children between them, navigating intimate and domestic life with the same precision that had entertained thousands in sideshows. During the American Civil War, financial setbacks tested their resourcefulness, yet their fame endured, and a post-mortem autopsy revealed the shared liver that had united them physically. Number 2. Schlitzy. A tiny figure danced and twirled beneath the circus lights, his small frame and delicate skull drawing eyes as much as his infectious energy. Schlitzy, born around 1901 in the Bronx, stood barely 4 feet tall and had microcephaly, a condition that resulted in both his diminutive skull and intellectual disability, yet did nothing to dampen his enthusiasm for performance. He moved fluidly among the performers, singing, spinning, and engaging audiences with a warmth that contrasted with the curiosity or shock of spectators. Throughout a career spanning decades, he appeared with major circuses like Barnum and Bailey, blending comic timing with the visual distinctiveness of his appearance. In 1932, he reached cinematic recognition in Freaks, performing alongside other sideshow artists in scenes that balanced humor, dance, and spectacle. Later in life, after time spent in institutional care, he returned to street performances in Los Angeles, sharing songs and dance with passers-by until his death in 1971 from bronchial pneumonia. Number 1. Julia Pastrana. Feathers and velvet shifted as Julia Pastrana spun across the stage, her dense dark hair catching the glare of oil lamps while her lips and gums, enlarged by gingival hyperplasia, shaped words with surprising clarity. Posters billed her as Ape Woman, Bear Woman, and nondescript. Yet her act relied on voice, movement, and rhythm rather than shock alone. Tours in both Europe and the United States carried her through tents and theaters, where she sang in multiple languages and danced with precise gestures that transformed the perception of her hypertrichosis from anomaly to artistry. In Moscow, a brief motherhood intersected tragically with her performances. Her newborn lived only 3 days, and Julia herself died 5 days later in 1860. Later accounts report her body was mummified and displayed, a stark reflection of contemporary fascination with human difference. Every step, tilt, and gesture on stage was meticulously orchestrated, turning hair, costume, and movement into a cohesive, kinetic spectacle that held audiences' attention with both curiosity and admiration. Discover stories that stretch the imagination and challenge what you think is possible. Then tell us what stunned you the most by leaving a comment below. Share these moments with friends who love the unusual and let their reactions surprise you too. If you enjoy this journey, subscribe to keep exploring together because there's always more waiting just beyond the next video. Every like, comment, and share helps bring these tales to life and keeps the conversation vibrant. Thanks for watching and being with us till the end.